So these 68 pieces are all I have to work with to build the model car. Like I said, we're going to build this box stock, and we're going to do the best with what we can with these 68 pieces. Let's get started. Now, I didn't bother prepping these pieces too much. I just want to get an idea for fit. So I'll quickly glue this stuff together. A little bit of white glue. Already, that's not fitting all the way, so maybe I'll trim that up a little bit. Tell already the way this is kind of coming apart. It's going to need some strong glue. Okay, oil filter goes right here. To try and make things easier on myself, this is the distributor mount. I'm going to drill a hole here so that the distributor will actually go into it. I know that I like how the distributor's right underneath this water hose. Maybe that's the way they're supposed to be. Alright, so we'll put this aside to dry. Let that glue set up a little bit. That's going to be a nasty seam to fill right there. It doesn't even sit flat. This says that it goes here. Now I see these two pins here, and I see a notch, but the frame rails are too long for it to go all the way to there. I wonder if I'm supposed to trim off that front edge so that this would go right on those two pins. Yeah, we'll have to size it up and see if that's the case, but I suspect that's the case. For the rear end, we have two little notches as well. See the notch? That looks like it goes on to there, but those don't quite fit either. It does like if that notch is supposed to go there, then something's wrong. See, like that center section needs to get rid of that. Interesting. All right, I'm not going to correct anything yet. Let's glue this rear end in. See, how mad would you be if you painted all these parts and then come to find out it didn't fit? You'd be on the forums. Crappy kit doesn't fit, blah, 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 blah. So that shot kinda goes in that hole. Kinda. I think we can do better than that. All right, let's slide our completed engine assembly into our chassis assembly. Houston, we have a problem here. Actually, I'm going to let that glue dry for a little while. Moving on to the interior. Oh, that's an ugly fit. Ugly fit. Yeah, that's going to need some work. God, that's ugly. That's just plain ugly. We'll have to do something about that. Yeah, those pedals are awful. We'll put this ugly steering wheel in there. All right, kudos to AMT. I hate it when the steering wheel touches the seat. So kudos to that one. Look at that. So the buckle, the receiver is on the same side. So these are no good. I'm not going to use these. It just doesn't make any sense to have the receiver on the same side. So it's just a duplicate of the same piece. All right, so we won't use the seat belts at all. Okay, we'll glue the radiator top onto the top of the radiator here. That must be where the water hoses go. There and there. That's tight fit. That's kind of ugly. Look at that. Maybe we can rotate it up, make it less visible. Yeah, that looks better. Okay, and we'll put our assembled radiator into place. Okay. I'm not going to put the glass in, just because I don't want to smudge it up. I will put the chrome in because I protected it with the clear coat. All right, I mocked it up in tape because I'm not ready to hard glue anything yet. So it's mocked up in tape, and the front end looks very low, or the back end looks really high. We'll see in a second. So let's put the engine in place. Oh snap, axle. Go back on. Man, does that look low? Really low. Throw our interior on. Something's going on here. Look at that. Why do we have just one pin here and not a single other one anywhere else? Let's get rid of that. Oh, that's better. I believe that the interior slides into a notch or something. Yeah, it does. Right there, and then lines up at the pins. All right, that's pretty good. Put the engine over the chassis. We do have a ride height, which isn't bad. Not bad at all. Let's continue. Okay, so let's get this hood on. And something's keeping that hood from closing all the way. Let's put this windshield frame in place. Look at it from a profile here. Let's see how the top lines up. Yeah, that's not bad. Put the hood in place. And there is our basic 50 Ford. All right, I'm going to fix that bumper mount problem. I'll cut off these ears. Snap. Still too short. All right, so let's cut these mounts off here. Since they're useless anyhow. And we'll just square this up with the frame. What I think is this extra bit right here. All right, I trimmed that little piece out of the middle there, so let's glue it up. Okay, back bumper looks really good. Front bumper looks kind of low, but I think maybe that's the way it's supposed to be. There's not much of a mounting point for this front grille. It just kind of floats. All right, now it's time to put the hood on, and I know the instructions say to trim out this entire piece here, but HPI guy built this model. He trimmed the whole thing out and ended up with a big gap. So I'm not going to trim anything out of this. I'm just going to place it and we'll see where we're at. So as you can see, it does need a little bit out of there to fit over that circle. So we're going to put that on the list of stuff to fix. That hood doesn't close anyways. It didn't close even without the bumper in place or without the grill in place. So I'm going to draw this to a close here. Let's check this convertible top. Yeah, I think we can make this into something kind of cool. Oh, wait a minute. Look at that. See that big bow right there? That won't do at all. I'm not sure how we're gonna fix that. Because this is flat, but that is not. All right, add that to the list as well. Otherwise, we're gonna end up with convertible boot all the time. So what do you guys think? I think this is going to be a pretty good project. Next episode, we will start attacking all the problems with the kit, some of the fit problems with various parts, start cleaning up the body a little bit, start cleaning up the interior a little bit. I just want to make sure that every piece gets modified so that it fits perfectly before we even start to primer or hard glue anything together. Make sure that you hit the thumbs up, leave me a comment, and we'll start talking about color in a couple episodes. Thanks everyone, and I'll talk to you guys next time. Bye. You still here? Go ahead and watch the next video. Hit the subscribe button.